Hey, everybody, welcome back to This Week in Startups. It's our 900th episode, and I've instructed Emmy award-winning producer Jackie that for episodes 900 through 1,000, I want 100 unicorn founders on the podcast. We're doing 100 straight unicorn founders. She's having a panic attack right now. I'm joking, Jackie. I never joke. Justin Kahn is with us today. He is the serial entrepreneur who you know from Justin TV, Twitch, and his new service, Atrium. He's had such an amazing time building startup companies, working with attorneys, that he decided to surround himself with 100 attorneys and build Atrium.
That was the plan.
That was the plan.
Yep.
It wasn't painful enough to have to just deal with legal bills constantly. You decided, I'm going to try to reinvent the legal space.
I'm solving my own problem. That's what
Exactly.
they always tell you to do. So I said, okay, I've been an involuntary power user of legal services my entire life, unfortunately. Yeah. And so I felt like I had a take where we could figure out how to improve the delivery service, the technology, the whole package.
Yeah. All right. We're going to get to that. I want to get this out of the way, though.
This is the fun part.
This is it. 5 years meandering.
Yep.
The company's investors probably have lost a bit of faith. People think, this is kind of like what they call a zombie startup. It's going sideways. Maybe even you yourself felt that way at times.
Definitely felt. I want to tell everybody that I felt every year that it was not going anywhere. This will always happen during the summer too, because in the summer I would log on Facebook and watch all these people like posting their videos of them doing barbecues and being happy and going on vacation. And I was like working in a dark room on this, programming something. And I would think, why am I doing this? Where is this going? And it never felt like we were making progress. It never felt like there was an inflection where it was like, oh my God, it works. We figured it out. Yeah. And so, or maybe we had days like that, but then it quickly reverted back to the baseline, right?
Yeah.
And then
now 100 days of struggle.
Exactly. And so, it was that zombie startup feeling where we were 25 people, 5 years in, weren't growing super fast, and we were like, where does this go?
Right.
Yeah, we don't see an exit in sight.
And you decide to call this meeting. When did you decide to call that meeting? What was that moment where you're just like, I need to shut this thing down and move on, or I just need to challenge everybody? What was the impetus for deciding to sit everybody down to do that brainstorming meeting?
All right. This is a good one. I don't think I've actually told this story very publicly before, but basically Google came around and was like, we're interested in acquiring Justin TV. And it wasn't a very high price, to be honest. But they basically, long story short, we talked to them.
What was their theory?
Their theory was YouTube owns basically the entire internet on the video, and this is like internet video, and this is one sliver, small sliver.
So feature.
Exactly. We might as well buy the feature. And they had YouTube Live at the time. And so they came to us, and Justin TV was a decently sized site. It just wasn't very profitable, and it wasn't like it was a small company. And so they came to us and they wanted to interview our entire team. They interviewed our entire team. We let them, which you should never, ever do. Never let an acquirer ever interview your entire team, because they interviewed our team and then they were like, your team's not good enough. Goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah. Which was like the most demoralizing gut punch of 2010 or 2011, whenever I think it was 2010.
Thanks for letting us come in. We regret to inform you, your team sucks.
Exactly.
Google's people are smarter than yours. We would never let you in the building.
You would be like significantly lowering the bar for the people at Google, basically.
Right. We would never let you on campus.
Yeah.
Like literally on a Sunday, the Justin TV team.
Like you have to work out of the sales office, except you're not good enough to work there, so we can't acquire your company.
It's like how they treat the
it's like the contracting. Exactly. Yeah. It's like you could work in the cafeteria, but you have to work for another company that we contract with.
Right.
Yeah.
You'd be like the cafeteria employees. We're going to contract you, or the customer support people. We just don't want you to consider your team Googlers.
Yeah. And like you can't call your team Googlers, and you have to live in Fremont.
What is it like to go back to work with the team after this happens? What do you say to them when you've been left at the altar? You just say like, F Google?
Well, yeah, it wasn't great. Actually, the team took it very well, which is very surprising. So that was the impetus. We were like, well, we can't get acquired, and we're not growing, so we need to figure something out.
Huh.
And so we went to the drawing board, and we came up with these ideas, and that's when we had the meeting, and we started figuring it out.
Was that the board of directors who said, like, hey, guys, you got to figure something out here, one way or the other? Or was it just you saw the end of the runway coming and you just thought, wow, we're going to run out of money at some point?
We saw the end of the runway coming. I mean, we had hit profitability. So Actually, the team, what happened was we had that conversation. Then we were like, shit, we need to get profitable. We challenged the team to get to profitability. Actually, I remember it was like 1 million in revenue a month. That's where we wanted to get to. And to me, that was a gigantic number. That was infinity. I thought we would never get there.
Yeah.
And this was maybe in March of 2010, I think. I remember one of our teammates was like, or one of our team was asked, what happens when we get to 1 million a month? And I said, hey, we'll take everyone to Hawaii for a week. Why not? It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And literally 6 months later, we hit it because everybody came together to work on getting to break even and getting to that number.
Wow.
And so we hit it. And actually, then that gave us a little bit of breathing room. Then we had the meeting on like, okay, how are we going to make this grow? Because that was all in terms of like monetizing what we already had.
Got it. And you literally went to Hawaii with the team.
We did. It was really fun. I mean, I think a lot of early team members were like, that was the best week we ever had.
All right.
We flew on 2 planes so that if one plane went down, whatever,
the company would still be.
Well, there was a lot of still like, scalability and uptime issues with our live video service. So there was we had to like phase it.